Still okay?
Yeah, okay.
Yeah. So you were saying the worst. You were saying it was difficult listening to people
Yeah,
being tortured.
yeah. It's difficult to listen to these people being tortured. Uh, they were calling for mercy for many times. They were calling many names. They calling Allah. They calling many names. You cannot imagine. When I was tortured, I cannot say what I was yelling at, saying. But when I hear other innocent men being tortured, it's much worse.
Yeah.
It was hurt. Every night listening to them. Even I tried many times not to listen, to ignore these voices. I couldn't. Even when I sleep. Sometimes I sleep, because I am tired of torturing. I wake up and I have them in my dream, I have the same torturing voices in my dream.
You still have it now.
Yes, I do.
You said something. Last first time we spoke, you said there was some guy calling. You said it was quite strange. He was asking for yogurt.
Yeah, this guy, I don't know about him before. I didn't know him in person.
Yeah.
If he comes in front of me, I won't even shake his hand because I don't know who is he. This guy, I was in my cell, and I heard one guy, as everyone was being tortured, but this guy was, he was being tortured and he was asking for yogurt. I want yogurt. I want yogurt. Not kind of weird if you get tortured and you ask for yogurt. So he got stuck in my head, and he was being tortured, and I listened to him. He was being tortured, I think, brutally. I didn't see how he being tortured. I was in my cell, but I could hear him, and I cannot. I know, but if I speak out about this, it'll be hard for his family. But I will speak out about it. He was yelling and he was being tortured, and he was calling the name of Allah, Allahu Akbar, please mercy, and these things. And at the same time, he was asking for yogurt. This was weird for me. And suddenly, this voice is being silenced. I couldn't even hear his breath, and this cannot happen. Whenever we get tortured, after that we whine a lot. We cannot stop because we got tortured. Even sometimes we can't be silenced this easy because the
Mm.
torture process hurts very very much. This guy got suddenly silenced. There's no voice, no single voice. I came to conclusion that time. Actually, not that time. Suddenly, the officers came to my cell. They put me on in front of the wall. They handcuffed me. They blindfolded me, and they started to beat me and everyone else, as I heard.
So everyone was being beaten,
Yeah,
just
at
like they
that
said.
time, yeah. After he was silenced. So I think that they decided to
Why do
beat
you think
us.
they did that? Do you think they did that to hide
No,
what
no,
was happening?
yeah,
Wait.
I think they did that to cover this guy passed away. I think they took the fast decision to beat everyone the cells, so everyone heard this guy being silenced.
Yeah.
So when you beat them, everyone, you lose the voice. You lose the conclusion. They want us to think this way. But when
Yeah.
they came to my cell and everyone said, so I came to this conclusion that they did something wrong and this guy passed
Yeah.
away
Yeah.
because of torturing. When I got released, I couldn't know who this guy is. I couldn't even tell his name. My first day of military trial, when I saw other guys on my case, the first question I asked them, who is this guy? And they said this guy is one of the founders of the Al-Rass newspaper here in Bahrain. His name is Abdul Karim Fakhrawi. He's well known here in Bahrain. I don't know him in person, but he's very well known. He has a good reputation with everyone. He's an honest man. He loves his children, and he passed away because because of stupid reason. And after that, I got angry, and I decided to speak about this guy because of the stupid reason he was arrested. They stormed into his house, you know, uh, looking, I think, for his nephew, or I don't know. But well, they weren't looking for him, and he was at that time at the house. Look at this reason. They sent into his house, and this guy likes to collect antiques.
Mm.
He likes to collect old watches and like to collect antiques.
Yeah.
When they stormed his house, they saw many things valuable there. They stole his house. They stole many antiques. And this guy stayed for a few days, wondering what to do. He kept these antiques for years. He went to the police station to report about these stolen antiques. After that, 4 days, he was found killed. See the stupid reason. That's why I took the decision to speak out about him, because he did nothing. He was going by the law. He spoke out. He was being stolen, and he went the same process as every human being do. If you get your house stolen, you report to the police station. He did, and he was killed for this stupid reason. He do has a children. He do has a family, a wife. I saw his children later. I couldn't take it anymore. So I spoke out this guy. I gave my testimony, as I told you now, to Bahraini Independent Inquiry Commission, which led by Mr. Basyouni.
Okay,
And
so
I gave them my testimony, and till now I didn't get a response of them.
so after you left the prison,
Yeah,
that you went to them and you sent that. Did you speak to anybody? Did you send them an email, or how did they get that information?
the Basyouni Commission, you mean? I
How
met
did you?
with I met with one guy of them, and
Yeah.
he wrote my testimony. I told him about this guy.
Yeah.
At that time he said he would call you back. He got my phone number, and
Yeah.
till now no one called me back. No one.
Please call. Right. So let's go back to the prison. So you mentioned that you ended up they took you to the hospital, the Bahrain Defense Hospital, is it?
Yeah, Bahrain Defense Hospital. I was there 4 times actually.
4 times.
Yeah, 2 times unconscious. Let me see if I do have this medicine cover. No, I don't have it now. Yeah, here. For 2 times I was unconscious, and 2 times I was conscious. They take me blindfolded. They put me into a bed, and the weird thing that happens to me there, that even the medics who works at Bahrain Defense Hospital, they were part of the torturing there. I was being beaten. I was being attacked verbally. I was.
So
I
you
cannot-
attacked doctors,
Yeah.
or
Yeah, I was attacked in the hospital.
what were they, like military doctors? Or
I
did
cannot.
you see them?
I cannot say I was blindfolded, but they were
You blind-
doctors. At least I can say they were doctors. I don't believe there's a military doctor or normal doctor. If you're a doctor, you have the same oath.
Yeah.
I don't. If you even if you're military, if you say I am your enemy and I got injured, if you're a doctor, you have to treat me in a proper manner.
So let's just go through each of those times. I mean, I don't know whether you can remember what happened each time. Can you remember the first time you went to the hospital?
I cannot remember. I wasn't conscious.
You were unconscious the first time. So did you wake up in the hospital?
Yeah. Yeah.
So they'd just been beating you, had they? And then you can't remember what happened, and you woke up in the hospital.
I was being beaten. I was electrified. These 2 times I was unconscious. I was electrified. I couldn't take the electrified. I was being electrified this moment.
So how did they electrify you? What did they do?
I was blindfolded. I can't tell, but I feel I was electrified from my neck, this side, and from
Yeah.
my stomach and under under my arms.
So what, did they just put something? I have no idea how that.
I cannot tell. I can't say if it's a teaser or if it's wires. I cannot tell, and I can't say, because when I get electrified, I lose consciousness at the same time.
So possibly you were being electrified, and then you woke up in the hospital, And
Because I do, when I got electrified, I do have metals in my chest. I do have metals in my body. I feel the pain much worse than anyone else when I
yeah.
get electrified. So, thanks God I get unconscious because I felt all pain.
So when you woke up in the hospital, how did you have a blindfold on when you
Yeah,
woke up?
yeah.
But how did you know you were where you were?
Because I could hear them. I am in hospital. I could hear, the machines running on. I could hear. No, it could know the software from the smell. And even once or twice they were saying this is Bahrain Defense Hospital,
Mm.
and I do have proof here. Uh, Whenever I was admitted to the hospital, they don't say that I was recognized as Naser Al-Raas. Once they gave me my medicine, it was before I got released, a few days before I got released. This is, like if you see, this is a medicine,
Yeah.
warfarin.
Warfarin.
Yeah, this blood thinners. And here, if you could see, it says,
Okay. Yeah. EDF hospital.
yeah,
Unknown.
unknown.
Is that your name?
Yeah,
Unknown.
my name is unknown. And
Issue date
look at the date, issue
the
date.
13th of April.
That's the only proof I have now in my hand that I was admitted to Bahrain Defense Hospital.
Mm.
Actually, I wasn't ready to show this, but I just was beside me.
Is it just that one box you've got?
I do have another one, but I don't know what it is. But the
Mm.
same kind of medicine, but a
Just be interested to see the date.
different amount of milligrams. But they were considering me as an unknown person, you know. But
Did it have a date on the other box?
sorry,
Did it have an issue date on the other box?
same date as this one, yeah.
Same date.
Same sticker as this one. But this is the only evidence I could have. And even I don't know, they have some numbers. I think this location of the hospital,
Yeah.
horizontal, vertical. I think
Uh-huh.
GPS. And this is the first time showing this evidence. No.
Mm-hmm. We've got it now.
Yeah, okay.
So you were at the hospital. They gave you what treatment did they give you? They gave you some tablets. Do you know what they did? Did they take bloods?
I cannot tell. I cannot tell what they did for me. They were giving me injections. They were taking bloods for me. Once they did an X-ray. They did an ICGs. You know.
Mm.
I remember they were saying your heart is a disaster, but I cannot tell what they're doing to me. Except they gave me this warfarin late on this April date, and because it's written warfarin. Other than that, I was blindfolded.
So normally you take medication.
Yeah, daily. I have to take my medication daily.
And
I do have more than warfarin. I have to take blood thinners as warfarin, and I have
yeah.
to take some medicine for my heart muscles and my lungs.
So when you were in hospital, did you have when you were in the prison, did you have a time when you didn't have medication?
Most of the time, yeah.
Most of the time you didn't
Yeah.
have any.
Even this one, I do have here, I think, 20 tablets. They gave it to me on 13th of April. When I left on the 20th of April, I was supposed to take 15 milligrams daily, So if it is 2015, I was supposed to be a few days and it will finish, yeah? This 20 tablets, when I was left, there was about 8 tablets left. 8
So you've
or
run out
10.
now.
Yeah, I am running out of the medicine. I don't have medicine now. But they
How?
didn't
Yeah.
give me medicine on time. They didn't give me. They weren't not that they didn't give me medicine
So
on time
how long have you been without medication for now, Nasser?
for months. For months, yeah, more than a month.
More than
Actually,
a
after I was released, I tried to seek help from Doctors Without Borders, and they did help me, and
Yeah.
no one knew about it, uh,
Yeah.
and they were providing me with blood thinners, and
Yeah.
even they did some tests with me,
Mm.
and they wrote a full report about me if you saw it before.
Yes. Yeah.
And but after that, a few months ago, I think in August, Bahraini security forces stormed into Doctors Without Borders officers' office, and they were kicked out of the country. And now I